Hello everyone, and welcome to my kitchen, which I have mildly cleaned for you. And by cleaned, I mean I put almost everything we own on the other side of the room where you can't see it. It's Friday, and I'm high as a kite right now from a migraine. So let's can apples! As you know, we recently got 33 pounds of apples, and we don't have the means to properly store them for a long period of time, so the next best thing we can do to make sure they don't go to waste is can them. Sounds simple enough, but I've never canned in my life, and we're about to find out how hard it is. Today's cooking extravaganza involves 3 rounds, starting from easy to hard, or at least that's what the internet says, and the internet's never wrong. For the first round, we're going to be doing applesauce, which is something I've cooked before but never canned before. The next round will be apple pie filling, which is going to involve a lot of cutting up of apples, which I don't look forward to. And the third round will be apple butter, which involves a tool I have never used in my life and didn't really bother to learn how it's supposed to be used. It's going to be great. So to get started, the first thing I need to do is get my water boiling, because I only have one induction burner and this stove takes 5 years to work. And then I also need to divvy up our apples. We're going to be keeping a small amount of them for actually eating, and then hopefully all the rest will be used for canning. So the best part about this is I only have a scale that goes up to, I think, 3 pounds, and most of these recipes require 6 pounds of apples. So I guess we're going to be measuring everything out 1 or 2 pounds at a time. Let's do it! Alright, so to start, I'm going to start looking for the biggest apples that we have that are in good condition, because when it comes to eating fresh, it's going to be best to eat the larger apples. The small apples are just a pain in the ass. And so I'm going to pick this box apart, find the largest apples, and pick out the best ones for storing, and then we'll just kind of weigh things pound by pound on our tiny little scale. So there's our apple butter apples, our pie filling apples, and this is what I have available for applesauce, but I don't think I have the desire for that much applesauce, so I will likely save more of these for eating, and we'll just see how many I can fit in the Instant Pot to figure out how many I'm going to turn into applesauce. Hello again, and welcome to my hands. I have rinsed off all of my apples, so now we're gonna cut them all open to take out the cores and see how many we can fit in the Instant Pot. Right here. Now I used to do my applesauce with boiling on a stovetop, but honestly, the Instant Pot is just so much faster at cooking it that I just don't bother with the stovetop anymore. And since we have so much to go through today, I figured why not make one of these things at least a little bit less time consuming. Oh, it's the only one that didn't do it. Hold on, let me get another jar. Pops when you don't hold it up in the air, I guess. So I realized as I was trying to put my quart jars into the stock pot, you gotta put water in the jar before you put it in the pot when they're that large, in order to warm them up so they won't break when I put hot things into them. I also realized that that my largest stock pot is just not tall enough for quart jars. So what's wrong with that, right? Well, you see, the apple pie filling recipe calls for 7 quart jars, which is like 14 pint jars, and I don't think if I pooled every pint jar I have in this house, I don't know that I have 14 to 16 pint jars. Actually, potentially as high as 18, depending on how much headspace you give them. So what's actually going to probably happen is, instead of slowly ramping up the difficulty, we're just going to go straight from round 1 to round 3 and hope for the best, because the apple butter only requires 3 pint jars, so I can definitely find 3 pint jars, and then I'll have to go buy another flat of pint jars or a taller stock pot and then come back and film round 2, probably with Britt, which may or may not be as funny because Britt actually knows what the hell they're doing and I don't. Either way, we now have 4 pint jars in the stock pot here, and I'm slowly raising the temperature up to 180. It's ready. Alright, so we're finally at temperature, but now my first question is how do I get the water out of the jars? Because the jars are going to be hot. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. I feel like I should be wearing oven mitts, but I feel like I wouldn't be able to do this properly if I did. Guess I'll pour it in here. Funnel. Why are you making more noise? So I think ½ inch is like it's hot. Right where the nub is. So I feel like I'm a little over. Apparently, if you go too far over, your seal, it all pops out. So I'm going to try going for a little less over a little more. And then, which side of the spatula do I use? Does it matter? This is supposed to like clean out air bubbles, but I feel like I'm doing the opposite. If you could see my face right now, you would see it's a little concerned. That did not clean out air bubbles. Let's try the other side. I'm not good at this part. I don't. So hot. Because like the edge, it doesn't taper on either end. So I'm not sure how to make the spatula work very well. I kind of want to pull out one of my own rubber spatulas. I hope, maybe? I have to do this 3 more times, you guys. My water's getting too hot. I don't know why it's getting too hot. I haven't adjusted it. I can only assume it's because the jars have been pulled out. This is tedious. And finger tighten. Alright, there's 1. 3 more to go. Round 2. Now round 3. Almost there. Alright. One more. Oops. I'm almost positive I'm going to have too much water when I put these back in, so I'm going to have to scoop some of it out or bad things will happen. When will I learn to stop overfilling the jars? Now I just gotta get the water where it needs to be. Because it's still too hot. Yeah, metal bowl, bad idea. Should have thought that one through. Halfway through, I'm like, this is probably gonna get hot. I can handle it. No. No. So I went and re-looked at the instructions, and it looks like I put them back in and bring it back to a rolling boil. So I'm gonna put the jars back in. I'm gonna watch it to make sure it boils, and then we can start our time, which is 20 minutes for this one. And then I guess after that, apple butter. Oh boy. I don't think you'll be able to see it on there because you can't see much of the pot, but lots of air bubbles coming out when I put these in. I hope that's how it's supposed to work. I'm also almost overflowing, so I need to remove more water apparently. This time I'm actually going to use the glass cup that I had right there the whole time that my self did not see. Trying to get the jars on this tiny rack that I have. It's a task. Alright, let's turn it up. Boil, 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 boil. I think it's because it's a little full. But it's supposed to stay covered, so I guess we're gonna have a bit of a mess. Or something. So now we gotta turn the heat off and wait 5 minutes, and then we can put them on the towel. So they've got this sort of coating on them. I don't think I got anything like powdery or anything over here, but yeah, all 4 of them looking all like they're frosty, but they are hot to the touch. So tell me, internet, what is this? Did I do it wrong? Is this normal? I'm gonna die like this, just trying to seed up 2 quarts worth of apples.